Dolores Creech with TABC was kind enough to be able to get all of that. It was alcohol that had been confiscated from underage drinking parties and things that they had gone through the court system, and instead of destroying as evidence, they were able to clear it and bring it for us. Dolores brought all of that to me, kept it up under my supervision. It was kept locked up until the day of the shooting and secured, and then at that time we went ahead and left it in the cans and the bottles at the beginning of the shooting to bring the realism to it. And once we got to the point where the cans were open, that was all real, and that was the part I think that caught a lot of people's attention, even Dr. Wagner's when she saw the foam there coming out. But as soon as that was shot and enclosed, the way you edited it, we were able to take the cans, pour them out, and I personally took them, poured them out, scalded them out, left them scalded for a while, cleaned them out, let them soak. There was a lot of the time there, but we did some soaking, and then we filled them with apple juice and let the kids drink it so that it really appeared that they were drinking the alcohol.
The party day was also a very long, tedious day of shooting. The beer cans had to be cleaned and refilled with apple juice after they had had their close-ups of being opened with the original beer in them. We did a lot of Steadicam shooting and a lot of different angles. Jeff Foley's parents were kind enough to allow us to use their home for this. We shot about 5-6 hours in that home, inside and out, trying to get these sequences matched up, and then the girls showing up and then going in the house and having the party. It was an unusual situation, pretending to have this all-out beer fest party and then leaving to go out onto the road. It was a challenge, and I think the scene came together well.
I was glad I was at the part where y'all were filming the drinking scene, because otherwise I would not got to see Chris fall, because that was I mean, well, actually I think I walked in right after it happened, and as soon as I walked in, y'all were dying laughing, and I was wondering what was going on. Y'all like, Chris just busted his face, you know.
I kind of like Chris stumbling over the couch because he's such a macho guy, and I think that was so funny when he tripped like that.
They said it was really funny to see this big macho man bust his face, but then a couple other guys commented that I did really good because I didn't spill my beer. While we were shooting it, it didn't seem real at all. I mean, it just because we walked through it step by step, but in the video, it really looked like we were having a party, so.
Trick photography. I'd like bust open a can, and then we'd cut tape, and I just have to remember what position I'm in, and we'd go pour out the can and put the other one back in my hand and just start up from there. And just the way that you got the camera, it looked perfect.
The way from popping that top to the mouth, and not, us knowing that was 45 minutes later, but it looked just like it was right there, and that's how it all happened. And then of course we did the same thing with the alcohol in the bottles. We poured one out, we filled it up with apple juice. That's the one that gets all the comments now. What were they drinking? What were they drinking in that truck? And we tell them, no, that was apple juice. We took the bottle, we cleared the bottle, we did that. And then the last bottle that we had that we didn't drink out of, we actually shattered it on the ground at the scene of the wreck to bring the smell out and more realism to that part of it as well.
You're going to be sitting there, don't get up. You're going to sit there and you're going to go, well, let's just go and get some more, and you're going to kind of carry your dialogue all the way around here, and you're going to go, and then y'all are looking at it and you're going to go, because we're going to take this for the road. Let's go. And then y'all get up and follow him out, okay? Follow him out. Is that what we're going to take from this to the road? Let's go total off Brandon Toyota.
Jeff's refreshments, that was not on purpose. That was hilarious.
The refreshments was wonderful.
You try to say that again like that? Yeah. We may not use this if you can't. Well, I may just use it with a whole wide shot. Okay. Okay, right, try to do it again.
You just want me to start over?
Yeah. You're starting with but. Okay. Stand by, and Lori and y'all do the same thing. Go all the way out, okay?
Okay.
Action.
But on the way, we'll have some refreshments.
I don't know about that. Why don't you guys let me drive? Because you've been drinking a lot.
Lori, I haven't had that much to drink. And besides,
Chris and I drive better drunk.
You get that right. Let's go.
Jeff, that's not a good idea.
Or get in the truck.
They know, everyone knows that that's me. I'll gripe, and I'm gonna let you know what I think. And I don't care if it hurts your feelings.
She set me in the mood. I mean, I don't know, just her yelling at me and everything, it just set me in the mood to get on her case. I mean, I'm just like yelling at her, telling her, shut up, leave me alone, I'm fine. I mean, that people yelling at me and everything, just it sets me in the mood.
And it scared me really bad because Jeff thinks he knows everything about driving, and he's not that great of a driver when he's trying to drive for real. And so he was in the truck saying, it's okay, I've got it under control, turning the corner and looking back at me, telling me that. I'm like, okay, how do you have it under control if you're not looking at the road and you're turning the corner? And the swerving at the high speed and the peeling out and stuff, that just scares me. I started crying. I was like, you gotta get me out.
I felt bad because Lori got kind of scared, kind of. She got very scared whenever the burnouts and everything. And they were very scared of the driveway. They thought I was going to drop the truck off the side and hit my mailbox or something.
I was having a great time, but I like to go fast. And Lori got really shook up because she's really scared because her friends have been in wrecks and it messes with her. And she got really shook up back there listening to the tires squeal and how fast we were going. But I had a great time. I trust Jeff completely.
Alan's a nut. You know, Alan Oliver is a nut. That's no, but behind the scenes, there was the kids were great. The kids were fine with most of it, most of the way through. I was the one that was a nervous wreck, and that started just from Jeff burning off in his own driveway. My whole thoughts was, oh my God, his parents are going to come home. There's a big black mark in their driveway. He's going to run this $30,000 Tundra off the edge. It was very nerve-wracking. When they came in, they had to come in several times and had to be right on the roadway. I mean, your camera was on the road and they were swerving at it and within just a few feet of where we were standing, and I was standing behind you. Why? I don't know, but at least I was behind you. But I don't, you know, just having them that close and the speed was, again, even greater than it appeared. So it was just nerve-wracking that they were going to hit you. That, you know, to get your shot and what you were seeing was your expertise. All mine was boy, this is dangerous, and he's going to get hit. So it was pretty scary. It was scary, you know, having you in the back of the Jeep. My whole focus was looking through the rearview mirror. I hardly ever looked in front of me as we were driving with them coming in behind us, knowing that you were sitting on the more or less on the tailgate of the Jeep, shooting them coming down a bumpy road at that, which, you know, you can't tell there was a bump one in the shooting, but that was a pretty rough road, and that was scary. Then you in the back of the truck, just it about did me in. Seeing you hanging up there in the back of the truck with Chris locked arms around you, holding you in, was about more than I could take.